12:25, and we are just blowing through this day across the valley. It is getting a little windy out there. Current wind speeds up around 30 miles per hour in the lower valley. These are sustained wind speeds without the gusts, but notice again, it's mostly Cameron and Wolsey counties. You get farther to the west, not much wind once you get into Starr County. The gusts, a wind up there over 38, almost 40 miles per hour at times in Cameron and Wolsey counties, but did have some gusts over 40 miles per hour earlier this morning, even a gust around 30 in McAllen. But again, the strongest winds kind of centered right here across Cameron and Wolsey counties and closer toward the coast. And it's kind of a stronger core of winds blowing up in the atmosphere, not too far off the ground, is sparking some of those strong winds that's kind of centered right near the coast. But we'll start to kind of get shifted to the north and weaken later this evening. So there is that wind advisory in effect until 4 p.m. for gusts that could be up around 40 to 45 miles per hour. But you get kind of outside of this kind of orangish area I painted in here, and you get into less and less wind the farther west you go. So Futuretrack winds now, you saw the winds gusting over 40 miles per hour, sustained about 20, 25 miles per hour or more. These are the sustained winds, and you see as we go through the rest of the day, the strongest core winds over Cameron and Wolsey counties may shift a little bit inland later this afternoon before it's starting to fade away. But I think if you are still outdoors this evening, maybe going for a little walk or heading out for some exercise this evening, still going to be kind of windy or on the breezy side through most of the evening hours until the winds kind of fade away later tonight. And then tomorrow looks a lot less windy. I think we'll see calmer winds, but a light breeze around. Then we'll have to deal with maybe a cold front arriving later in the afternoon. So here's what we have. Windy and humid weather today, just about as windy as it was yesterday, if you remember how gusty it got across the valley. Warm weather most of Tuesday. Tuesday has a kind of a question mark on it right now because of a cold front trying to come in. But eventually that front should win out and bring cooler weather either sometime later Tuesday afternoon or later Tuesday night for Wednesday. So Wednesday definitely will be cooler. And if there are some showers, we're talking some light rain showers possible mainly Tuesday evening or night through Wednesday morning. Still, though, if you're hoping for some good drop busting rains, there's not a lot of rainfall in the forecast, just maybe mainly some light showers. It is quite warm out there now. If you've headed out the door for lunch, it is windy, it is warm, it is humid. 82 degrees in Weslaco, 85 in Rio Grande City, and a little cooler along the coast with the cooler water temperatures, 70s at South Padre Island, but most everywhere will be well into the 80s today. To our north is still in the 70s and 80s. Notice the cold front, though, is right on top of about San Antonio. This front will be moving fairly slowly. I mean, sometimes when you get into the winter and you see a strong front up here in the hill country, it's down here maybe in another 6 or 8 hours. So not this one, though. It's going to kind of slowly take its time to get in here. But could be starting to move in sometime during the day tomorrow. So we look at Futuretrack, and this is showing the front arriving with the clouds and limited rain chances, we'll call it. But a little windy this afternoon. We should break out into a little more sunshine as the day goes on in spots. Maybe not clear blue skies, but some breaks in the clouds from time to time. And then by later tonight, here comes more clouds around. Shouldn't be quite as windy. And then tomorrow, the cold front again. We'll focus on this again a bit later this hour. It may slow up even more than this, but it could start to roll in during the daytime. And once it does, temperatures could start to drop as the afternoon progresses, and then some light rain showers break out later in the afternoon or evening. But again, no heavy rain, and probably most of Tuesday during the day still will be dry. So the first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, quite warm today, 87, windy, dry, and then by Tuesday, we're still looking for potentially highs in the 80s, but if that front speeds up, we could start to fall back through the 60s in the afternoon in some areas. So Tuesday afternoon, be ready. It might start to cool off, and there could be a few rain showers later Tuesday night and Wednesday. Wednesday looks like a cool day. It may not get out of the 60s. Even Thursday and Friday, not too warm, cool in the morning, but Valentine's Day, as always, looks beautiful. And it could be maybe a shower or two later that night, but I think, again, limited rain chances over the weekend with slowly warming temperatures. So we'll keep an eye on the gusty winds today and the front. We'll talk about more coming tomorrow in your first 1-5 forecast on Channel 5 News at noon.